Hey, what's up, guys? DrFeelGood here, back again with another video prescription. Let's talk about the abundance of shooters in this damn industry. I don't know about y'all, but I am sick of this shit. Everybody and their mama, as well as their second cousin, is releasing a shooter. Even companies that don't typically dabble in the first or third person shooter genre is making a shooter. That shit was cool. Well, no, let me retract that. It was okay to a certain extent during the seventh generation. Shooters had came in, they became extremely popular. The shooter that paved the way was the first Modern Warfare, and it just went from there. And I just have to say, it's extremely crowded. It's very overcrowded at this point. Let me give you guys an example. Within the last, I would say, 1 to 2 months, to my knowledge, and there could be more, but there were about 5 shooters released. That's too damn much. You had God of War 4, Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, as well as Modern Warfare Remastered. I mean, damn, that's 5 shooters for the typical gamer to choose from. That's even a bit much for the person that absolutely loves shooters. I like shooters. I don't love them, I like them. As I've said in various podcasts in the past, I own quite a few shooters. I have well over 1,000 hours in Modern Warfare on the Xbox 360. I have about the same in Modern Warfare 2 for the Xbox 360. So, and I'm also a big Battlefield fan. Well, I won't say big, but I'm a fan of Battlefield as well. I own Battlefield, Bad Company 2, as well as Battlefield 3. I stopped there because the rest have been broken as shit, and I just don't trust EA anymore. But that's another topic for another day. But, and if I may just address the shooter fans, don't you guys feel a bit inundated? And in case you're too dumb to know what that means, it means overwhelmed. But isn't this a bit much to get 5 major releases of first-person shooters within a 1 to 2 month time span? All of which require an insane amount of grinding to what we refer to as, in the Call of Duty camp, prestige. Now, of course, I know it's called something else with Titanfall, but you get the point. To unlock all the things in the game, it takes an insane amount of grinding. But let's go over the number of shooters that have released in the past couple of years. All right? And some of these may have released around the time the Xbox One and PS4 released, but just bear with me. Far Cry 3 and 4, but most notably 4. And then you had Far Cry Primal, recently released Doom, Dishonored 2, which I heard was broken as shit, at least on the PC, Halo 5, as well as the Halo Master Chief Collection that came out broken as hell, and I believe it's still broken somewhat to this day. But moving on. Borderlands, which is a good shooter with the RPG elements, but still. They've done the Borderlands collection, Borderlands Handsome something, I think. I forget what it was. Borderlands the prequel. Just flooding the market. Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies. Garden Warfare 2 or whatever. Destiny. Star Wars Battlefront. Rainbow Six Siege. The Division. Evolve, which was a DLC nightmare. Metro Redux, I believe. There was one before that, I think. Overwatch, which is strictly online. The first Titanfall. And let's not even mention the various Call of Duties and Battlefield. Well, you know what? Let's do mention them. Since the Xbox One and PS4 have existed, you've had Advanced Warfare, Ghosts, Black Ops 3. I mean, then on the Battlefield front, you had Battlefield 4, then you had Battlefield Hardline. I'm just saying, people. That right there is roughly about 20 from only a few developers or franchises. That's insane. But you know why they keep doing this? Why everyone's trying to release a shooter? It's because you bastards keep buying them. When Modern Warfare 1 was released on the 360 and it made, I believe, $1 billion in about a month, I believe, or a little over a month. That shit caused a tidal wave in the sense that everyone said, let's try to cash in on this. Now everyone's doing it. Plants vs. Zombies is a damn tower defense game. Why the hell would they even think to release a shooter version of that game? I want you to think about that. A tower defense game. Come on, people. And then we're getting more and more shooters that don't even have an offline component. It's just strictly online. The first Titanfall was strictly online. Star Wars Battlefront, strictly online. I mean, people, The Division, strictly online. Overwatch, online only. And I believe, was it Black Ops 3 that didn't even have the campaign element on the 7th gen platforms? Like, people, this shit has to stop. It's already bad enough we're getting Call of Duty every damn year. Hell, it's bad enough we still get Battlefield every 1 to 2 years. First of all, those two franchises need to slow the hell down. Take it down a few notches, release one every 3 to 4 years. Now, if you want to release a DLC pack every year with more maps, more guns, features, I get that. That's understandable. But you should release just one game every 3 to 4 years. That goes for both Battlefield and Call of Duty. Slow them shits down. But all you new bastards out there, come on. Evolve, let's not even talk about it. We know what happened already at Dawn, and I encourage anyone, listening to this video to check out the Ready at Dawn interview parody on YouTube. One of the funniest things you will ever see, gaming related. And these shooters becoming less and less impressive. I recently watched a video by the Red Knight of Active Gaming Life. Shout out to him, by the way. Where he was showing gameplay, I believe, of the new Gears of War 4. Now, first off, I have that game. It came on my Xbox One S. I still have yet to play it because it's the download, it's a digital version. I don't prefer digital games. I'm hoping I can trade that shit in or sell it or something. But I have it, just haven't, downloaded and played it yet. But even he wasn't impressed by the game. Just wasn't. Now, that said, I don't think he's a big Gears of War fan. I could be wrong. And I know there are people out there that do love Gears of War. I like Gears of War. Like, not love. But they're becoming less impressive. I even heard Rob, a Ruler 2 review, shout out to him, when he was on one of the Juices Loose podcasts. He mentioned that as much as he loved Gears of War 4 was just more the same. Now, depending on what type of fan you are, how you look at it, that's not a bad thing. It's not. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But even to him, that was both a good and a bad thing. It was more Gears, which you like the formula, but it's more Gears because it just hasn't changed. Halo 5, there was some disappointment that I heard about that game, especially how in the media with the advertisers they made it seem like the story was going one way when it was actually completely the opposite. Totally misleading, or so I've heard and been told. The whole Modern Warfare remastered BS, if anyone fell for that shit, let me go back and just simply boot up Modern Warfare on the 360 or the PS3. Same thing, you'll be fine. You will be fine. Hell, I think it was also on the Wii. You'll be fine. The servers are still active, with the exception of the Wii. Hell, I actually boot it up once every few months because, to me, overall, it's still one of the best. But, honestly, people, Infinite Warfare, it's almost a play on words of the company that created the franchise in the first place, Infinity Ward. Let me tell you guys something that claim to be really, really big Call of Duty fans. The people that founded Infinity Ward, which in turn created the Modern Warfare franchise, or Call of Duty franchise, they left the company to create Respawn Entertainment. Yeah. So I think it's Jason West and Vince Zampella. They left Infinity Ward, where actually Activision fired them over some BS for Modern Warfare 2. They left to create Respawn. And these same people, of course, made Titanfall, which is why it plays so similar. But even still, in a sense, it's just more the same. You guys can't tell me that you're not getting enough of this. You can't tell me you're not tired of this. Shoot at this, shoot at that. This generation as a whole, the gamers in it, you guys are too damn stuck on shooters. There are many other games out there in different genres that deserve equal, if not more, attention than these damn popular, socially inclined shooters. Like, for example, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. That's a JRPG. It definitely deserves attention. Wonderful 101. It deserves attention. And no, the game came out years ago, but still, it deserves attention. There are many games out there that you guys are just looking over because you only want to play shooters. You should be getting tired of that shit. Just shooting, and almost all of them are violent shooters. The only exceptions, to me, are Sunset Overdrive and Splatoon. But those games are vastly different than the ones I mentioned. I've invested over 700 hours into Splatoon. I know some people that put in over 1,000 hours into the game. The reason why I haven't put over 1,000 hours into that game is because I have other games and genres that I like to play on other consoles. If you like, if shooters is your passion and it's the only genre you like to play, hey, this video is really not targeted at you. It really isn't. That's your passion. That's your thing. But you guys do still realize the reason why every company is scrambling to make some type of shooter, whether it's high quality or not, is because that's what's popular. JRPGs were very popular in the 6th gen. If you owned a PS2, you had a plethora, just almost unlimited selection of JRPGs to choose from. You had a plethora of games. Just it was insane, and to some extent on the PS3 as well. But this generation, a JRPG is as rare as a unicorn. It really is. There are only about one per system, maybe two. You got Persona 5 on the PS4 and PS3, of course. Star Ocean recently released for the PS4 and PS3 in Japan, of course. As I previously mentioned, Tokyo Mirage Sessions on the Wii, Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii. But they are few and far in between, man. You got Final Fantasy 15 coming out, which is basically a Western type RPG, but still an RPG. Even games like Tomb Raider are not getting the praise they deserve because people are so stuck on the first person shooters and the popular third person that they're forgetting about the third person adventure game. Although Uncharted and Tomb Raider are also shooters, but they're mostly adventure based. They really are. But the amount of shooters, guys, it has to stop. This has to slow down. If you want better quality shooters, stop buying these things every single year. Stop buying every iteration. As much as I love Call of Duty, guess what? The last one I purchased was Black Ops 2 on the Wii U. The reason why? Because that was the last innovative Call of Duty. Because I told myself I was tired of the formula, and at that point, unless I saw them innovate the formula or at least add, environmental damage, at least somewhat close to what Battlefield is doing, or hell, better yet, with Red Faction. Red Faction Guerrilla on the Xbox 360 and PS3 had total environmental destruction in the campaign and the online multiplayer. So you mean to tell me what that game did back in, 2007 or 8, you can't do today? Come on. Come on. Shake the shit up. If you're not going to shake it up, release one game every 3 to 4 years and give us the map packs for $10 to $20 every year or throughout the years. But seeing 5 major releases of shooters in the last 2 months, oh hell no. No. Too much, man. It has to stop. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I prefer brutal honesty. This is DrFeelGood signing off, and as I always say, keep it gaming and stop the bullshit.